this is the start of part 2 of my reading vlog with A Court of Thorns and Roses. Just like a fresh recap, just in case. We are at chapter 24. We're starting at chapter 24. There's 46 chapters, I believe. So we are at the halfway mark chapter-wise. We're halfway there. We're getting there. We're almost there. What has happened so far? Farah, in the last video, I called her Fair because that's what the spelling looks like. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like fair, okay? But it's pronounced Farah. I know that now. Anyway, she kills a wolf, and the wolf is actually a fairy. And because she killed the wolf, she broke the treaty between fairies and humans. So the High Lord Tamlin comes and kidnaps her. He wants, revenge for his friend being murdered, but he offers her life or death. Life in his kingdom, we'll call it, in his spring court is what they call it, or death right then and there. Obviously, she ends up going with him to his mansion, and she lives there now, and they are starting to kind of have feelings. At first, they don't like each other. She killed his friend, and he kidnapped her and took her from her family. Little did she know that he actually is making sure that her family is taken care of and safe, and they don't remember that she was kidnapped. They think that a aunt of hers needs her help, needs her assistance while she dies. So that's where they think she is. They think that she's helping family. And so she's like coming to terms with, okay, well, I'm stuck here. But she also doesn't listen to a thing anyone tells her. She's told not to go after the surreal. What does she do? She captures the surreal to get answers because no one is answering her questions. She confirms that he is in fact a High Lord, which is like the High Fairy, and like this is his court. Fast forward, there's a night fire, which is basically a ritual where the High Court finds like his mate. From what I understand of it, he like finds his lady friend, and she decides to go out there after being told to stay in her room. She gets caught by Lucian, Tamlin's friend, and his emissary. I can't pronounce that word. His wingman, we'll call him. And he finds her, and he's like, "What are you doing here? You need to go back in your room." So he like takes her back into the mansion and like the hallway so she can get in her room. And then he goes back to the ritual, and then Tamlin, so the ritual was like him taking all of the power in the land and not being him anymore because he's consumed by all this power, and that's when he chooses his mate, and he couldn't find Farah, which made him really mad, and then he bit her. What? I would have slapped him. I was like, what? So he bites her, and then they kind of start connecting more. I don't know why you would want to connect with someone who's biting you, but like, okay, you do you, girl. And so now they're starting to kind of catch feelings, and we get more backstory on Tamlin and Lucian, where they both had not so good parents or siblings, and they are making the Spring Court a peaceful place where there's no slaves and everyone is just there willingly, peacefully enjoying life to the best of their abilities. So that's my understanding so far. This intro is so much longer than I wanted it to be. I am so sorry, but I felt like I had to catch you guys up to speed with where my brain knowledge is at with this book. Okay, so I'm going to continue. My goal is to get to chapter 30 today. Will I actually achieve it? I don't know. I hope so. I'm going to try my best to get to chapter 30. I won't read chapter 30 probably. I'll just get there. And then, you know, we'll see. We'll see where we go from there. Okay. I will see you guys in a bit when I read a little more. I just made it to chapter 30 and oh my goodness. Rysand, I think is how you pronounce it, is the night court, or like he's the high fairy of the night court, and apparently he's with this lady. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. In my mind I've just been calling her Amathrin, because that's probably not right, but that's what my mind goes to. Anyway, she's the mystery woman that has been very scary and like has been talked about. We finally have a name for her, and Rysand found out about the human and Tamlin's liking to her, and he threatened to tell, so Tamlin decided to send her back to the human world with her family, like send her back to her family. She did not want to go, obviously, because she's found a liking to him. She likes him. She doesn't want to leave him, but he made her leave because it's not safe, and he doesn't want her to get hurt. And then they did the tango, if you know what I mean, for the first time too, like right before she leaves, which I think is just kind of like bad timing, but oh well. So yeah, so she's back with her sisters now, and I'm actually kind of sad. Like, I didn't want her to go. I was hoping that something would happen that would like stop him from sending her off. He did tell her that he loved her. She didn't say it back though. I think just because she was scared and didn't want to be a burden to him. But she should have said it back. But yeah, that is where I'm at so far, and I will keep you updated with, I don't know, I'll probably give you an update by like chapter 35, maybe, I don't know, we'll see if anything else interesting happens. So I just finished chapter 31 now. Nesta knew the whole time that there was no Aunt Ripley and that she was taken by fairies. How she remembers, I'm not quite sure. It says in the book that like her walls were up so like high and strong, so I mean like maybe that's why. Still a little confused on that, but she ended up telling Nesta everything that went on. And now she is back in Spring Court, but everything is empty. It's all completely empty and no one's there. So I feel like when she finds out where to go, it's going to be a battlefield and it's going to be horrible. But her family she left them at the castle where they live now. She left them. And she most likely will not return to them, because I feel like even if this all goes well, she's gonna stay with Tamlin. She's kind of got nothing left for her other than her sisters, but like I don't know if that's really enough. She did tell Elaine that one day she would like to travel the continent with her, so maybe they'll travel in the future. I don't know. Maybe there's like a book about that. I don't know. I think all the books are Farrah's stories, or like her POV, but I don't know. I could be very wrong on that. They could all be like interconnected standalones for all I know. I really don't. Like, I went in super blind with this book. I'm still like going in blind. I don't really know anything other than what I've read. So yeah. I hope that she finds Tamlin in this next chapter. 32 is kind of lengthy, so I'm hoping maybe like they reunite at least by the end of the chapter, because otherwise I might be a little sad. But yeah, I will keep you guys updated if anything else juicy happens. So I moved outside because it's nice out, and I kind of like reading outside. I just made it to chapter 24, and Sarah, went back to see Tamlin, as you guys know, last update, and she didn't find anyone, but Alice was there, crying and trying to get food for her nephews, who she had hidden, who she was going to visit. And Alice basically told her everything that was going on, that like the blight wasn't real, it was just like all fake. It was like a mask for the truth, which was the lady's name, who I can't pronounce, Amaranthine or whatever her name is, Miss Evil Queen. Apparently, she's behind it all because she fancies Tamlin and he doesn't like her because she is a very evil person. Also gives me Beauty and the Beast vibes because the Beast is cursed until he can find a lady to love him, and they both have time limits. Like, he had 49 years and his 49 years are up, and the Beast had until the last rose petal fell. So like they're very similar. I wouldn't be that surprised if this book was inspired by the Beauty and the Beast. I don't know if it is. Again, I went in this book fully blind, but if it was, I wouldn't be surprised because there's definitely some similarities. And I'm not complaining, you know? Beauty and the Beast was one of my favorites. Okay, I made it to chapter 35, so I hit my goal for today, which is good. She got herself trapped, and the riddle, I'm thinking the riddle might be Tamlin. I don't know, because it's like love and like, yeah, there are those who seek me a lifetime but never we meet, and those I kiss but who trample me beneath ungrateful feet. I feel like it's talking about like love, and it said that like he did have other like girls, but they wouldn't meet the like priorities. But also like the High Queen, because I still can't pronounce her name, she would also like kill them. So I don't know, but it just, I don't know, it just seems like maybe. But it also is saying that like it kills, so I don't know what it could be. Maybe I'm just a stupid human too. But I don't know, I'm thinking it's either Tamlin, where it's like a trick riddle, or it's a disease that like everyone gets. I don't know. Like, I'm stumped too. It's okay. But yeah, so she's starting her 3-month journey. This is going to take her 3 months because she only gets the tasks during a full moon, and those happen once a month. So this is going to last her 3 months, and if she gets this riddle correct during her time, they get to leave. I'm sure that there's a trick to it, but that's what's been said. And I am going to say, I have low-key seen a little bit of spoilers on social media. It's like my phone knows I'm reading this book. And I've seen some things about Farah and Rise. If they end up together, I swear I'm going to dropkick this book, and I probably won't even pick it up. I don't want that to happen at all. It, like, isn't the whole point of this book her being with Tamlin? Like, what's the point if you bring in this other guy? Unless it's not in this book and it's in, like, the next couple books. But, like, still, like, come on. Come on. I mean, again, I don't know. It's just things that I've seen and me just, like, guessing. But if they end up together, I don't know if I'm gonna be happy about that. I don't know if I'm gonna continue. Unless, like, Tamlin dies. That's, like, the only excuse that I could think of that'll keep me reading this series. Again, I don't know. I don't know, it's just stuff that I've seen on social media, mostly like fan art of them two together. I don't know if it's just fans wanting it to happen or what. But if it does happen, probably not gonna finish the series. I'm just saying it now. I'm just being honest. But I will finish this book because I've only got 10 chapters left, and there's no point in me giving up now, especially since I don't even know if my suspicions are accurate or not. So I'm gonna keep reading. I'm gonna keep pushing. Probably not tonight because I want to go to bed soonish. And I'm also supposed to play a game with my boyfriend, so I probably will not continue tonight. But tomorrow I will definitely pick up where I left off. And my goal for tomorrow is to get to chapter 40 since I'm on 35 now. And I'm hoping that I can finish it within the next 2 days. So let's go. Today, a new update. I did not finish the chapter I'm in yet. I'm going to. I'm on chapter 37, I believe. Sorry, I had to kind of abruptly end my reading because one, I had to help my aunt with stuff, and two, I'm at a very interesting part. So she just did her first task, which was hunting a worm that was blind. She did it. Like a bad bitch. But she broke her arm. Which, you can't really fault her for that. But, like, she broke her arm. Anyway, that hurt me to read a little bit. Like, I got a little sick. Anyway, Bryson, remember my little rant that I had last night about if they got together? He offered to heal her arm if he could have her. What? What is that? What is that? She hasn't accepted it yet, nor denied it yet. But, like, isn't the whole point of this to get Tamlin, not Mr. Night Court? What? I don't know. I do not want them to be together. I really don't. I, like, strongly do not want them to be together. But I'm afraid that they're going to end up together, and I'm scared, if I'm being honest. But I'm gonna continue. My goal is to get to chapter 40 today. So we'll see. I'm almost there. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated if anything else happens. My eyes kind of scanned and she's like telling him no. So let's hope that she doesn't agree. She accepted it. She bargained for a week instead of 2, but she still accepted it. I made it to chapter 41. I don't know if I'm gonna read any more tonight, but I mean, look at that. I'm almost done. I've got like 6 chapters left, and I'm doing good. But I still don't like Rysand. Like, sure, he helped her with the second task, but I mean, he's still a creep, kind of. Like, he's giving me creep vibes, and he's forcing her to stay with him so that she doesn't die. So, like, what is that? It's nothing good. He's not a good person. I do not like him. I do not, and I stand by that. I do think, though, by him helping her cheat, or like kind of like forcing her to cheat, if we're being honest, he kind of forced her to cheat at like the second task. I feel like maybe he's doing it to get at the High Queen. I still can't pronounce her name. Marathina, whatever it is. I feel like because they call him her whore, it makes me wonder if like he doesn't like her, and if like maybe he despises her a little bit and he just wants some sweet revenge. So maybe he's helping Feyre complete the tasks simply out of spite for what the High Queen has done to them. That's the best thing I can come up with for why he's being the way that he's being. So yeah, I don't know, but I will most likely finish this tomorrow. So yeah, I'm like, don't get my rambling wrong. I'm enjoying this book. Like, it's a fun read and I'm enjoying my time with it. I just really don't like Rysand. Like, I don't like him at all. I do not want him and Feyre to end up together because I don't like him. The whole point of this book was for her to be with Tamlin anyway, so like, it doesn't make sense for her to end up with Rysand, whatever his name is. It just, to me, it doesn't make sense, so I don't like it. Anyway, yeah, he's also just like not a good person, so why would we want her to end up with a not so good person? Anyway, I'll probably update you after she finishes the final task, or like if anything else pops up, and then I'll probably give like a final finished book update by the end of this video. Okay, so I made it to chapter 45 now. She solved the riddle. The answer was love. At least I think she solved it. It makes sense. That's what I was thinking when I first read it, but I thought that would be too obvious and it would be something else. But like, maybe that was like the whole point of it, to make it too obvious. Anyway, also, Rysand apparently, was doing all of his little like trickery with Feyre, to get a rise out of everyone, so that when Feyre set them free, Tamlin would just pounce and kill her instantly. That was he was scheming the whole time without letting Feyre know. Like, he literally should have just told her, hey, like, I have a plan, this is my plan, like, just like follow me around. Like, he literally could have made it so easy. I'm sure she would have like been like, okay, let's do it. Like, what? He had to make it so much more complicated. Anyway, I'm almost done. I'm going to finish this book today. I've got a few things I've got to do real quick before I do finish it, but I'm 2 chapters away from finishing this book and I'm so excited and ready. And honestly, the High Queen, still can't pronounce her name. You know what? She's a pretty strong villain. A very strong villain. And I can applaud that. I don't like her at all, but she's a good villain. So yeah, I'm gonna jump back in when I'm done doing my duties for today, and I will meet back up with you guys probably when I finish the book, and I'll give my final thoughts on everything. And yeah, I just finished it. She dies, but then gets brought back as a high fae. What? I'm a little confused as to like why or how. Like, I don't know. Apparently Rysand has some like magic abilities, like mad power, like what? But it ended well. Everyone survived except for the High Queen. She got, if you know what I'm saying, like done for. Yeah. She ended up going home with Tamlin, which makes me very happy that she's with Tamlin. You know, the one that she went through this whole thing for. So yeah. There is a sneak peek for the second book. I don't know if I'm gonna read it because here's my thing. I appreciate having a little sneak peek. That's fine. But I don't think it's for me. I'm not the type who likes to read like the first 5 pages of a book and then just have to sit there and wonder until I can get it. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know when I'll be able to get the next book. So I kind of just want to sit on that until I get the next book, and then I'll read. I'll dive more into it. I liked the ending. As cliche as it was, I like happy endings, okay? I don't like it when they get killed. I like a good happy ending. This was a good book. I enjoyed it. It was a fun read. Although Farah, like, drove me insane, her choices were just like, girl, get some common sense. That's all I can say. I hope somewhere in these 5 books she gains a little common sense, common knowledge. I don't know. But it was a fun read. I enjoyed it. For my first fantasy book, the only thing I will say is that a lot of people said that it was a slow build. I don't think it was a slow build because I feel like within the first chapter she's already killed the wolf, and then we're getting like backstory on like her sisters and feeling out their characters and stuff. I don't think it's slow. I think just not a whole lot happens within the first like 5 chapters, and I think that's why everyone complains about it being slow. Because after like the first 10 chapters, like things start picking up, and then like the Fire Night, like after that, like everything starts growing more. I was under the impression that there was going to be a lot of smut in this book. There were only like maybe 2 chapters that contained the smut. So as for a spicy read, this fails horribly. But as like a fun romance fantasy, what are those called? Fantasies? I think. I don't know. Romance fantasy books, this was good. This was nice. This was more innocent than what I thought it would be. But maybe the next book will like pick up. I don't know. We'll see. I do plan on reading the next book. Will I make it a reading vlog? Maybe. Since I made this one, I might read the whole series and make all those reading vlogs. I don't know. We'll see what I'm feeling, if I'm feeling it. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I am glad I split this up into 2 parts, or else this would have been one huge video. Anyway, I would love to hear your thoughts about this book. If you disagree with something I said, then like, that's cool. I mean, you can have your own opinion. I can have mine. Just no hate in the comments. But yeah, if you want to share some thoughts, I would love to read them. If you do want to comment about the next books as like a heads up or anything, all I ask is do not spoil anything. I will be very, very upset if you spoil anything within the next, was it like 4 books now since I read this one? So I've got 4 books left. Don't spoil anything, okay? If it's in this book, then like go for it. Just maybe like put a warning on your comment for other people. But yeah, this was good. I'm gonna go so this video isn't any longer. Give me a like, comment like I already said, subscribe. It's free and it takes 2 seconds to hit that button, not even. So yeah, subscribe, like, and I think I hit all my bases. Okay, I will see you in the next one next week. Bye!